Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of the Go Setups GT3 Racing Series. This week we'll be at the Red Bull Ring, and I thought it'd be cool to discuss, is it worth buying the Lamborghini Evo II in 2026? If you're a Lamborghini user or if it's better than the cars that you can get elsewhere, this is in the 2023 Challengers Pack. It's pretty cheap, so if there's a little bit of a difference, I think it may be worth it, but before just setting the cars up, I was able to get a 133 with the 2019 Evo and a 131 with the Evo 2. So just initially, pace-wise, the Evo 2 does feel quite a bit better, but we're going to figure out how they race. So in race 1, I'll be using the 2019 Evo that comes with the regular game, and in race 2, I'll be using the 2023 Evo 2 that's in the Challengers Pack. So I'll add chapters down below if you guys want to just skip to the good parts, and then another one where I'll just be giving a summary at the end. So if that sounds interesting, stay tuned. All right, race 1. Start with some housekeeping. This is the 2019 Lamborghini Huracan Evo. Comes with the base model of the game. We are door card 12, split 3. We were able to qualify 9th. I was able to put together a 1 minute 30-second lap time by increasing the caster a little bit, decreasing the rear camber to 0, and increasing the rear wing all the way to 12. And we found something, but we've got optimum track temps. Everything's looking good. This should be a good race and representative of what to expect with the Lamborghini Huracan Evo. So we'll try and ace this start. The lights go green. We've got a little run on the car ahead of us, but we're gonna back out just a little bit. Ooh, that's my fault. I stopped way too early. Let's go a little bit wide just so we don't get hit from the inside. There was some feisty drivers in qualifying, so and this is a track that just invites you to throw it up the inside. So we're gonna try and be clean here and give some representative laps of what to expect with this car. We hold the outside. We're in 13th, so dropped a couple positions. It's because I braked at the 150 mark instead of the 100 mark on that first turn. Sorry, I saw the guy throwing it in on the inside and opened up the steering and let off the brakes way too much. All right, so down to 18th. Well, this will be a good representation of what you can do with this car. Since we got nobody behind, we're just eyes forward fighting, so. Initially, this car slides a lot, front and rear. The caster and the camber adjustment that I made and the increase to that rear wing did help. But it slides a lot. I mean, compared to the McLaren, which originally I used to main the McLaren when I first started this, and then switched to the Ferrari 296, and this thing slides way more than either of those cars. So our goal is basically just going to be to keep it on the track, put together some good laps, and hopefully pick some of these guys off. This car doesn't seem to really excel anywhere on this track, and it's got some problems with the sausage curves on the outside, and that turn specifically, I lose the rear end a lot. So if you see me tiptoeing around, that is why. So rather unfortunate start down a little bit from where we qualified. I also noticed, and I don't know if anybody else has this problem, when you drive the Huracan, that I miss shift quite a bit. And it's only this one. I don't get it with the Evo 2. But I'll downshift and it doesn't take my downshift. So it's hard to brake, and I blow a lot of turns, especially when you're hard on the brakes downshifting, because I don't get that added engine brake. Ooh, that was rough. Keep it on. All right. So we're gonna lock in here and see what we can do. But yeah, initial thoughts. It's definitely not as happy as the Evo II. If you drive this on a a race-to-race basis, I think you would enjoy being able to just hop right into the Evo II and not really have to mess with it too much. See, I misshifted again there. But yeah, it took me about 45 minutes to get this thing set up, and I really wasn't happy with where it was set up, and I honestly just kind of took a chance. Yep, misshifted again. Honestly, I just took a chance going into qualifying by increasing the caster, decreasing the rear camber, and the wing angle. I remembered a video that I was watching about basically just setting the car up so that it turns in and you get like your basic stability that you would expect out of a car. And it gave a couple tips like that to get it basically just to get the front end to turn in and keep the rear end from stepping out. And I don't know if you can see, I can definitely feel it, but I can feel the rear end just wanting to almost step out every single time, and I've got this thing maxed out, so it's yeah. Ooh, ran a bit wide. We kept it on. Okay. It wasn't great, but we're still here. Still here. So we're 5 minutes in. Yeah, so honestly, just initial thoughts. Qualifying pace alone and the fact that I keep misshifting and I'm nearly running into the back of my competitors because of it. Initially, I think the Evo II is worth it. But I was able to put together the same lap time. I was able to put together the same lap time as I was with the Evo II, and an even better one in qualifying. But you can see my my best lap, even in race trim, is about the exact same as my best lap when I was setting up the Evo II. So we're gonna see. That could be down to track conditions. Race 2 will be with the Evo 2, so it'll get its fair shot to make a rebuttal. But this thing is tough to drive. My respect goes out to anybody that's maining this car, because it is unhappy. Okay, we're gonna let that guy go rather than crashing into him on the way back. So we're down to 17th. Let's try and put together some good laps, and I'll be back with you guys when something interesting happens. Alright, so we've got a Ferrari in behind us. We were making head... Ooh, that was horrible. Alright, let's not hit him. We had a Ferrari behind us. We were making headway in the Porsche until we made a mistake. It's that downshifting again. It's just... I keep missing it, and I don't know, maybe I'm just used to the Ferrari or the McLaren downshift pattern, but I just keep missing it, and it's really, I'd have a hard time driving this for that reason. I keep blowing turns, and it's just overall not great. I figured this turn out just a little bit. I mean, we made a little bit of time there, but we did run wide, so it's just, I don't know, I'm struggling with it. I struggle with this too. I actually hit all my downshifts that time, and that one wasn't too bad, but yeah. I don't know. To me, I think there's better cars out there in the base model of the game, but if you are a hardcore Lamborghini fan, which I'm also a Lamborghini fan, I really do enjoy a good Lamborghini. I'm a huge fan of the FAF GT3 car, um, but this is hard. This is really hard. So I commend to anybody that's driving this and can do it consistently. Um, this is tough. I'd have a hard time being loyal to this Lamborghini, knowing that, you know, there's a second evolution that is easier to drive and really just easier all the way around, um, just sitting behind a very small paywall. At the time of making this video, it only costs about, it only costs, sorry, I want to make sure I get this. Uh, it only costs about $5.17 for the pack. And that pack also comes with the Ferrari as well as the Porsche 992. So, um, I don't know. If you got $5 laying around, I think that it may be worth it. But, you know, maybe I'm speaking a bit prematurely. We haven't tried to race the Evo II yet. And I mean, we were, as you can see in the our best lap up at the top, we were able to hit that 130. So you can find pace in this. You know, if you don't want to buy the pack, this is a valid option. But doing stuff like that, I mean, how many times have I done that this video? I struggle with it. I struggle with it. And I got a train of cars behind me. It's tough. So let's hope they don't just completely throw it up the inside, but they did. So we're gonna leave them some space, but luckily it looked like they backed out of that a little bit. Let's try and put our head down and just get this to the finish. All right, down the front straight one last time. We did come across the line 17th, so not too bad, but yeah. Excited to see what's in store with the Evo II. So we'll throw our safety rating up here, and then the ELO also right here, and we're gonna hop into race number 2 with the Evo II. All right, welcome to race 4. Day 2. The race 2 and race 3 were both rain races. So, I didn't think it was quite fair to try and compare two Lamborghinis in not the same conditions. So we do have a fast track, not optimum, but it is fast and it's dry, which is the big thing. So door car 12 qualified 12th, split 2. We're gonna try and have some fun and try and make some moves. We're on the inside this time, so hopefully a better first couple turns than the last race. But let's try and ace this start. Okay, we're getting feisty right off the bat.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Barely got turned. All right, we are feisty. Let's go.
All clear. Clear
Yeah,
on the left.
and we're 3 wide. No, 2 wide now. Okay, we're gonna hold the inside here, and we're gonna see. Qualifying went pretty good.
Car on the left.
Not to be completely honest, it's pretty decent. This car feels good. The only thing I ended up doing was I did decrease the front camber just a little bit from 0.5 to 1, just to give me a little bit more front end. And I reduced the ABS a little bit from 4 to 3. So in those rain races, the first, sorry. I was not prepared, and I just threw on the wet setup, and I thought, you know what, this will be fine. It was not fine. The ABS and traction control being turned all the way up just make you completely uncompetitive. So as a little bonus tip to this video, take the setup that you have and just throw wet tires on it. 29.7 psi seems to be pretty good, but then you at least have a pretty decent setup to work off of. The rain setup is ultra safe. Safe to the point where you just can't get, I mean, you can't get stopped because the ABS is so high, and you can't get out of the turn because the traction control is so high. So just a little bonus tip. But initially, comparing the Evo, the original Evo to the Evo 2, I like this car. I really do like this car. It feels good. It feels really good. The braking performance especially. The shifts, not nearly as bad of a problem as I had with the original Evo. It feels racy. It feels like I could really throw it in if I want to. All right, I'm gonna quit spectating for a second. I was watching that. It feels like I can really push this car and I have full control. I'm not sliding nearly as much as I was in the original Evo, so I think that's promising. However, in qualifying, again, maybe it's track conditions, but I was only able to get that 131. I wasn't able to hit a 130. So we're gonna see if we're able to hit a 130 in race trim. But just overall, it feels good. It feels like I can put the car exactly where I need to put it. And that McLaren again. Yeah, it feels nice. It feels really nice. I'm enjoying it. So I'm gonna come back to you guys once I get a few laps under my belt, or if anything interesting happens. But initial thoughts, I'm really enjoying this. All right, we've got a Porsche behind us in a little bit of a battle. He's way faster than us, unfortunately, so we're probably just going to end up having to let him go. But let's see if we can turn this into a little bit of a battle. Maybe figure out where he's so much faster than us. But running wide like that's definitely not helping. But it looks like he's a pretty respectful racer, so we're probably just going to open this up. Now he backed out of it, so try and stick in there. Just a little off the track. We're going to make him pass us with a real racing move. I mean, I'm not going to block him. I'm not going to do anything crazy. But this is, the guy in front of us is gone. So this is a little bit of racing we'll be able to do. So we get past here. We're going to slot in. Okay, he's braking way more than I am. There. Let's see where else we can gain a little bit of time. But yeah, back to the Evo 2. I really enjoy it. I've been pretty consistently throwing in 131s. Still haven't broke the 130 mark, but I'm consistent. I'm really consistent, and I'm enjoying it too. I'm having a lot of fun driving this thing. So, all right, I think I'm throwing that in too deep. But we got that down a little bit. Yeah, let's see if we can tag onto this guy. So we did make it up to 7th, now 8th, and that was mostly down to just other cars crashing. There's not really anything that crazy going on. We had the Ferrari that's been ahead of us for quite a while, was able to pull about a 10-second gap, and then it stabilized there. But that's absolutely just down to racecraft. I'm just not there yet. I'm working hard, but I think I would feel comfortable driving this car, you know, week in, week out. It is, it's really comfortable and it's really satisfying to drive. Um, Something has to be said about the way that it sounds. It's one of the best sounding cars in the game. Um, Short of, I think the Porsche sounds pretty nice, which that car we will be driving next week. Um, if you tune in each week. So, ooh, he went off.
Car on the left.
Well, we're going to gain one and we're going to lose
Clear on
one.
the left.
Unfortunately, couldn't do much about that. I think the Porsche just sounds absolutely insane, so I'm really excited to give that a try next week. I'll be doing the exact same thing. We'll be driving the 991 in the first race and the 992 in the second race, and we're going to see how we do. Is the 992 worth it? Did not mean to downshift to first, but yeah, initial thoughts, and I mean, we still got a little bit of racing to go, but I think the Evo II is worth the extra $5. It's so much more comfortable to drive. And, you know, something has to be said about how easy it is to set up. I mean, I'm running the aggressive preset right now, and I just bumped up or reduced the camber a little bit in the front by, you know, half a click. It's it really is a lot of fun, and it's comfortable. I feel competitive. I feel racy. I don't feel like I'm just trying to keep it on the track. I feel like I pretty well have full control at all times while driving this car. So, I mean, who knows? This may be a car that I drive on my own for future videos that, you know, aren't solely based around the Lamborghini. I do enjoy it, and I feel like it's pretty on par with the Ferrari 296 and the McLaren that I've driven so far. But I don't know. I like it. I like it so far. But it looks like we've got a little bit of a gap behind. Let's try and maintain this lock in, and I'll be back with you guys for the end of the race. All right, guys, we're on the last half of this lap, just bringing it home. 8th place, not too bad. Especially starting 12th, finish 8th. We stayed out of trouble, kept it clean. Honestly, final thoughts. I really like this Evo II. Personally, I think it's worth the $5. But, you know, that's just me. Did I speak too soon? We've got a BMW with a run on us. Hold it. 8th place. There it is.
I'll bring the car back.
All right. That was fun. That was fun. I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, I personally, I think it's worth $5. Evo 2, it's a lot of fun. Saved me a lot of time with setting up the car. Um, it raced well. I felt really good with it. I really think it's worth it. So we're going to throw the safety rating up here and the ELO also right here. But that's it for today. I appreciate you guys stopping by. If you liked the video, please consider liking and subscribing. It helps me out. I'm trying to see what we can do here. So next week will be the Porsche 911 followed by the Mercedes. So if you want to see those videos, you'll have to tune in next week. But thanks again. I appreciate you guys stopping by.